Hello and welcome, 4th of June. It's about 7:30 in the morning and it's already very hot. We've had a hot spell lately, which helps the plants but also helps the weeds. So I've come down here before work, do a bit of weeding, make sure everything's watered. Let's show you the state of play at the minute. So we'll start at the front here with my strawberry beds that I'm clearing out. I'm still in the process of clearing them out. Grass is encroaching. So all that soil that was in there full of weeds is dumped at the back in fruit zone. We'll see that in a minute. Beautiful grassy meadow there. Loads of buttercups. That's where I planted my main crop of potatoes last week. Not showing yet, but that's fine. Garlic. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Now we're going to see a weedy bed next. A weedy bed, so don't worry, it's all in hand. So this bed, I've not decided what I'm putting in it yet. I'm going to weed that later. Once I know what I'm putting in, it's just full of grasses and kind of singular weeds. Nothing to worry about there. But have a look at that and look at the type of weeds we've got there and bear that in mind for 2 beds time. Beetroot coming up. It's nice when your plants actually come up and you can see definitely where I can hoe and where I can't. 2 lines of peas. This row I've left unprotected, decimated by what I expect to be birds. This row, they started to get eaten, so I decided to put up some protection, some twigs, some of which are spiky, and the peas seem to be a bit more protected in there. I've got my second early potatoes here. They're all doing fine. They've all come up. Broad beans starting to flower, and the leeks that I'd let go to seed, not yet produced any flowers, but a seed pod there. And we're going to get on to my first early potatoes. All come up nicely. You will notice a gap. We'll come on to him in a minute. Onions planted, October, November time. They're all doing fine, although a couple of them have started to bolt. It's probably the hot weather, so some of them might come up sooner rather than later, but all good there. This bed I haven't weeded, but there's a couple of interesting things here. I did plant the green manure. I'll put up the Latin name on the screen because I can't remember it. Look at it, it looks absolutely beautiful. So before they go to seed, those flowers, dig all that in. Nutrients back in the soil. Absolutely beautiful then. What we will notice here, I've got more potatoes and I thought these I uncovered the other week. These are my Christmas potatoes that I planted, I think August, September time. The frost got to them and they didn't make it for Christmas, but they have popped up since. So surprise potatoes there, as is this one. Lord knows where he's from. Now my favourite zone of all. Alright, look, let's have a look. We can call that neat and orderly, just almost straight lines. The fruit zone. This area from here onwards is perhaps my favourite area. So we've got the apple tree. It's already blossomed, yes, we're going to have apples. Through the undergrowth here. Plums. Yes, we're going to have plums. There's cherries. The birds will get them first though. And pears. So everything's alright in the fruit area. We've got the currants. I don't know if you can see, but we've actually got currants on there. So all good there. And then, the pond area and shed area. The raspberries I've left growing in grass. So there's a couple of like, it's almost a fence of longer grass. I like that. Oh, what's next? The nursery area. So we'll come on to, we got my onions there, so they're all doing well. They're all doing well. And then we've got the couple of potato plants here. This one, that gap we saw earlier, this is the one I forgot to plant, so I planted it in a pipe in a rubble sack. That's doing all right. It's probably doing better than the ones in the ground. And of course, the potato that does the best of all is one that you didn't plant deliberately, one that's just cropped up from somewhere. That's the biggest of the lot. That's the biggest of the lot. There's any sign of flowers yet, but right, I'm going to go into the shed/greenhouse now. Oh, after on the way admiring the green alkanet, a few bees on there, and there's the strawberries. There's the strawberries that I did rescue from the first area. So there was runners, new runners that have been produced. Some have got flowers already. I'm not expecting much fruit this year. Oh, before I forget. Like I said, the first area where I was digging out the old strawberries, I just dumped the soil over here. Just dumped it. I didn't plant these, I just put the soil in a wheelbarrow and just dumped them. You can see some of the strawberries are actually flowering. Another flower there. Oh, it's so lush in here. So lush in here. Let's have a ground view of, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Sometimes the grass is probably wet. Oh, if it's hot, you can just sit under a tree. Just sit under a tree and admire your currant bushes and your grass wall and your cherries. Oh, anyway, plants don't water themselves, so let's carry on. Right, into the shed/greenhouse, where everything is okay. So I'll move these tomato plants out a couple of weeks back. As you can see, the sun comes across there. It's got a metal roof, so I can leave these 2 or 3 days without watering because it's not a full greenhouse. 2 or 3 days without watering, everything's all right. They get sun during the first part of the day, and then I think it goes into mostly shade or dappled shade, but everything is fine. Everything is fine. No flowers on them yet. Potatoes in a fish tank. No flowers on them yet either. Peas over there. Peppers and chilies doing absolutely fine. I might not even move them out of the pots that they're in. Might not. Everything is fine here. Got some more emergency peas there. My salad being salad as it does. Right. Oh, sit down, near my pond, have a chat with the tadpoles. Right, thank you for watching. Click subscribe, send me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. I better go on with the watering.